If you're watching the replay, I was minding my fucking business as I tend to do, with mind my business. And once again, another black man did a whole fucking 40-minute think piece over on YouTube about me. So since he blind reacted to a reaction to a video I made 3 years ago, I figured why not do a blind reaction to his video about me. I do not know what is black men's obsession with trying to prove me wrong or put me in my place. Come here, and I'm gonna touch your hand with a napkin in between when I say this. Fuck you. Fuck you. I don't know why y'all think that as a professional I'm not allowed to say that, or like I'm not, like, I don't know. I think what really bothers me about this whole discourse is that this video is 3 years old. Since this video has come out, I have done several very well articulated videos about the points that I wanted to make in this video. What a lot of people fail to realize about TikTok is that 60 or 90 seconds as it is now, it wasn't 90 seconds then, it was only 60 back then when I first posted that TikTok. What people fail to realize about TikTok is you can only squeeze but so much in 60 seconds. You really want me to go on here and do an entire dissertation on all the reasons that Dave Ramsey ain't shit for the black community? I will do so. You let me know that's what you want and I will do that. But I'm not understanding what the black man's obsession is with taking my opinion, one of very literally thousands. The Wall Street Journal did an article about how Dave Ramsey's advice is exclusionary. It excludes the same communities that y'all love to swear he's changing. We don't need a fucking savior in the black community. There are enough black people who are teaching financial education, have been teaching financial education, will continue to teach financial education. I do not know what y'all obsession is with Dave Ramsey and his teachings, or why you feel as though you have to belittle, berate, and demean people who disagree with it. But like, I need you to release yourself from that chokehold. I need you to let it go. I need you to let it go. We do not need a white savior. Okay? I'm going to put y'all on game. And it's so crazy because all of the black men who have these opinions are not financial professionals. I'm going to just call it like I see it. Y'all a bunch of no-name ass niggas on YouTube. And yes, I said it. No-name ass niggas on YouTube who trying to get a check, and you're using, at my expense, you're using my name and likeness without my consent, because I do own the trademark on the money plug. You're using my name, likeness, and my content to boost your little whack-ass engagement with the rest of your incel community on social media, to prove a whack-ass point that you could have proved without me and your shit. I'm on my business, y'all. I very literally stopped one of my most profitable content playlists. That's what I was trying to say. I stopped my playlist because y'all told me I was bullying y'all. Y'all told me that I was dragging y'all. Y'all told me that I was not being a team player, that I can educate in the DMs and I don't have to do it in front of people. So I did that for y'all. I stopped putting my foot on you niggas' necks because you begged me to. Yet here y'all fucking go again, bro. Like, I just don't get it. I be minding my business. Half y'all who watching this, who probably followed me before, probably didn't even know that I cut my hair. That's how much of my business I've been minding. Some of y'all probably didn't even know I cut my hair. So it's crazy watching this video from 3 years ago, my hair down here, and I'm bald here now. The quality on the video and shit, you can tell it's old. But you didn't even do your due diligence to see if there were any more recent videos. You did no research to see if I had any validity in my claims. You some nigga on YouTube doing credit. I am very literally an award-winning financial counselor. We are not the same. We are not the same. You balding at the top, going gray in your beard, and minding other people's fucking business. It's not going in your favor. And yes, I can say whatever the fuck I want about him. I can drag whoever I want. I can feel however I want to feel about it. Because I'm so fucking tired of black men getting on these fucking platforms and disrespecting me. I'm tired of it. And y'all not about to tell me how I can react to disrespect. You're not about to tell me. Do I care that it's unprofessional? No, it's my business. You don't like it, block me. Do I care how I'm lumping men together in this category? Absolutely not, because there's been way too many of y'all, and not one of y'all are policing your homeboy. I am so sick. I am so fucking sick of black men thinking that they can treat black women who are above them as if they are beneath them. Stay in your bracket. Mind your lane. Stay in your credit repair ass business and stop minding financial education and financial empowerment business. Keep fixing credit, boo. That's your thing. That's your stick. Stick to that. I don't know what the fuck I came up in your conversation for anyway, because I don't even call myself your credit specialist, favorite credit specialist no more. And the content had nothing to do with credit. It was so wild. So this is what happened. For those of y'all who just joining, I got like 4 different devices going. For those of y'all who just joined, I woke up this morning to a comment. Shout out to Tony on Facebook. Tony commented on one of my posts and was like, yo, once again, you got black men in a tizzy on YouTube. So I'm thinking, oh, it's just an old video, bro. Like every couple of months, this pops up. Like some guy will do a video about my comments. And then I am not the Lorax. I do not speak for the niggas. So my opinion on Dave Ramsey is exactly that. My opinion on Dave Ramsey. It is one of very, very many Dave Ramsey opinions. There are very literally whole brands created on social media who are devoted to talking about Dave Ramsey. I made one fucking video 3 years ago, and y'all just will not let that shit go. Y'all will not let that shit go. So since we're all here, since we all know each other apparently, we're about to go through and listen to his video. And we're going to talk about it. Since I don't got shit else to do today. And you know what? This is perfect. Let me tell you how to God works in mysterious ways. I was not feeling well today. So I stayed home from school. Oh, because you know, I'm a full-time economics major. Because like I'm really out here trying to do the work, right? I'm a certified financial education instructor. I'm an accredited financial counselor. I'm also a certified credit repair specialist, certified credit score consultant. I have also been certified in the FDCPA and the FCRA. I'm not just a bitch with a phone and an opinion. I'm very literally out here in the field. I have very literally won awards for the work that I've done in the field. Unlike you, you sit behind your fucking camera in front of that whack ass microphone and just talk shit all day. But we'll get into it. Let's go ahead and start the video. So I skipped past the introduction of where he talked about what he's going to talk about. Matter of fact, no. Let's go back to that so y'all can hear that too, because I bust out laughing at this one part. Let's stop right there. I don't know who the fuck this Anton Daniels is now, right? Anton Daniels, I want to say this was like a year ago. Is it a year ago? I was still living in Virginia when this movie came out, so it's almost 2 years ago that he did a whole think piece on me. This dude did like an hour-long special on YouTube talking about how I'm right, he's right, I'm wrong, he's big, I'm little, he's smart, I'm dumb, and there's nothing I can do about it, right? Like niggas was going off. Pretty much talking about how me saying Dave Ramsey isn't for black people is not helping black people. As if I have not done over 1,600 videos on social media that I very literally have won awards for doing exactly that, helping black people. I very literally have an award sitting on my fucking shelf for my dedication to the financial empowerment and education of black women. And you want to sit and tell me that what's wrong with the community? No. But let's continue. Anton Daniels is a fucking incel. He's a fucking nobody that got a lot of views from a bunch of other fucking nobodies. But let's go on. That's why he did the video on me. That is exactly why he did that video on me. He's doing this video on me because the last video he did talking about Anton Daniels got 4,000 views to his whack ass page. This video about me that he posted 2 days ago has 19,000 views. 19,000 views. I'm a buzzword. I'm a buzzword, bitch. Talking about me gets you viral. No, for real. She said, catch your breath. You know you got asthma. And you know that's exactly why I'm out of breath. Well, actually, it's your fault I'm out of breath. Side note, I'm having a side conversation. It's your fault I'm out of breath. You said, Markia, you said you wanted to be more active, right? So get your black ass up. So guess who got their black ass up? Now I'm standing up having to do this. Thanks. So that's why I'm out of breath, you can't, Jane. All right, back to the conversation. First of all, if you want to talk about me, this is how I know niggas is not like, God need to just come down like that flood he did with Noah and them and snatch the microphone of every black man with a receding hairline. I'm like, if I'm president, if y'all vote for me for president, I will take away the microphone of every black man with a receding hairline and a bad opinion. Vote for the mic club. That's where I'm at with it. Because like, what? You okay. Nobody fucking asked for this. Very literally, nobody asked you to do this, sir. Nobody. Nobody. I was minding my fucking business. Them people don't know nothing about me. Some people don't give a fuck about me. Nobody asked you for this. You did this because that's one of his high view videos. And you wanted to emulate his success on social media. So why not just talk about the bitch he was talking about? Right? That's going to get you some clout, right? That's going to get you some cred, a YouTube check. You sold me out for a YouTube check, bet. All of this to promote your whack ass services, sir. But I digress. Let's skip to the good part. Side note, he said that I've been going viral. I did not been go. This video is from 3 fucking years ago. 3 fucking years ago, y'all. The video wasn't going viral when he clicked on it. The video was old, it was stale. The only reason anybody is talking about this video, so I'll put y'all on game so you can understand some more of the context. The only reason my video is even coming up in conversations in the last couple of years is because Antoine, what the fuck? I said Antoine. What is his name? Anthony O'Neill. Anthony O'Neill was Dave Ramsey's right hand, the black guy, right? Who used to be with Dave Ramsey all the time. He did a video, a 1-hour special. He has never talked, like he very rarely talk about Dave Ramsey. He very like this was one of those things where like he took a moment to be like, you know what, I'm finally gonna talk about Dave Ramsey, and used me in the video to prove some whack ass point. In the video, he goes on to play the audio from the same video that they're talking about, and went on and on and on about how Dave Ramsey's advice isn't necessarily not for black people, da 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 da. But then in that same video was saying that he went on to do his own thing because he wanted to do more for his community. You wouldn't have to do more for your community if Dave Ramsey was doing what the fuck he was supposed to be doing anyway. And this is why I keep having that conversation of intent versus impact. Dave Ramsey might have the best intentions, but the road to hell was paved with good intentions. If your impact is not matching your intent, and I will say, now that's not to say there are some black people out there who can't benefit from his information. What y'all fail to realize is Dave Ramsey is not the father of finance. All of his concepts are concepts that existed before Dave Ramsey. The idea of having an emergency savings account, the idea of spending less than you make. These are all financial education and empowerment concepts that existed prior to Dave Ramsey. Let's start there. So I get that that's the only person y'all know for real, but he didn't make that shit up. He made none of that shit up. It's just very, very good marketing. He is not the savior that y'all think he is. He's just very, very good at marketing. But okay. Anyway, Anthony O'Neill did an hour-long video talking about me and pretty much why I was wrong, only to agree with me later on in the video in a different capacity. And it was so far into the video that everybody obviously forgot that that was what I said in the first place. So then I'm standing up. That's why I'm out of breath. For those of y'all who don't know, I got asthma after I got long COVID. Yeah, so he did this fucking video, and after that Anthony O'Neill video came out, every fucking black man with a microphone and a bad attitude decided to do whole think pieces on my opinion on Dave Ramsey. And it's so crazy to me because I am not the Lorax. I don't speak for the niggas. So why are y'all taking my opinion on this man and holding it as gospel and using me as the woman that y'all about to burn on the stake because I dared speak my opinion online? I just don't get it. Anyway, like, and this is how I know y'all don't do investigative journalism or any kind of research to benefit your audience. You did this for shock value. You did this for views. You didn't do this because you actually want to help the black community. You did not do this because you were trying to heal wounds or create generational wealth. You did this for clicks. You did this for likes. And you did this at the expense of a black woman who was minding her fucking business. And that is why I am upset. That is why I'm mad. I don't bother no fucking body. You could have sent me an email, whatever the fuck your name is, and you could have invited me onto your platform so that we could have actually had an engaging dialogue about this. I have posted several videos going into detail. Again, you can only say so much in 60 seconds, right? But I have made several videos going into detail about my stance on this whole Dave Ramsey shit. Several, but y'all don't pick none of those videos, including one that I just did a couple weeks ago. because people are going back and commenting on that old ass video. So I made a video comment to a recent response. But you will go all the way back through thousands of videos. Let me be real. Let me be clear. These people are going through thousands of videos to find this very specific one. You're not interested in conversation. You're not interested in empowerment. You're not interested in enrichment. You're doing this to line your fucking pockets. And I can't respect that. You're a fucking weirdo. You're a fucking weirdo. Nigga knew my name. That nigga knew my name. Ad, the ad. Didn't fucking not pay for the premium. You do the ad. There we go. He had my fucking name. They knew my motherfucking name. Markia, the money plug, Brown. I don't call myself the money plug. Everybody calls me the money plug. And it's so funny to me when black men do this to try to like demean me, because not only do you know my name, but you know who else knows my name? The New York Times, Forbes, Nerd Wallet, Investopedia, Money Geek, CBS. I've been on the news. If you're in North Carolina in the Charlotte area, I've been on WJZY several times. They know my fucking name. They know my fucking name. But let's continue. Baby, you can keep the credit. You can keep the credit and moisturize your fucking beard. How about that? You moisturize your beard with that fucking credit. Oh, I'm so mad. Stop. That's a lie. I did not recently do nothing. Let me be very fucking clear. The video that they're talking about is 3 years old. It didn't just recently go viral. And you know how I know this? 3 years ago when I posted this video, do you know what happened? The Dave Ramsey cult mass reported my content. At the time that video first came out, I was in the Black TikTok program on TikTok. And after posting that video, probably a day later, my video was down. My whole profile was down for 2 weeks. They got my fucking profile permanently deleted from TikTok. I hate that on Instagram. Permanently deleted. I had to appeal to legal and contact the head of the TikTok program that I was in to get them to bring my content back. The video been went viral. I'm not just some girl who picked up a phone today and just, you get what I'm saying? I've been doing this for a while. I very literally, at the time that video was posted, I had already had over this video with Anton Daniels, I already had over 200,000 followers. Please kiss my ass and give me the credit that I deserved and not the bullshit that you thought was cool. So he's a lie. He's a liar. He got my video from that fucking Anthony O'Neill thing. My video did not create no controversy until it didn't create no controversy because I'm not the only person who said this. Let's be clear. Like I told you, I am not the Lil Rex. I don't speak for the niggas, but there are thousands of people whose entire purpose on the internet is to talk shit about Dave Ramsey and to talk about why his methods don't work and blah, blah, blah. There's very literal, like, it'll have Dave Ramsey in their username. Like, their whole brand is about Dave Ramsey. Why couldn't you make a video about them niggas? I very literally don't talk about this man. His name exists in less than 1% of my total content. But I created such a discourse because I had an opinion. You're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar. You got my fucking video from Anthony O'Neill and you decided to run your fucking mouth about it. And it's weird because these are middle-aged men. Y'all don't got nothing else to do. Y'all have nothing else to do. Y'all are grown. I'm new to this grown shit. Y'all look like y'all pushing 50. And you just got nothing else to do but sit on the internet and talk about me all day. Like, that's so fucking weird to me. But let's continue. So let's talk about that a little bit, right? Like, why am I so passionate about this conversation surrounding Dave Ramsey? And I'll even calm down for a second because whenever I get passionate, people call me and say that I'm not articulating my point correctly, or people say that I'm not making any sense, right? God forbid a black girl is passionate about what she's talking about, because then y'all try to take that and twist it and make it seem as though I'm angry. Why are you so mad? Why? Like, no, I'm passionate about what I do. Let me explain something to y'all. I could have minded my fucking business. The money plug did not have to exist. I started doing the money plug when I was living in Germany during the pandemic because I had all this information about finances and credit and stuff that I wanted to share with people. And I wanted to be of service to the community that I was a part of, even though I was halfway across the world. So I started making TikToks for free. Wasn't nobody paying me to do this shit. I had my own business on the side, but TikTok was always a place and a space where I could give information out freely. I've always said for years that education should be free. And if social media makes this education more accessible to people who would have otherwise not had access to it, I'm here for it. I did that out the kindness of my heart. It was a passion project. It was a passion project. You know why? I served my country for almost a decade and was medically retired. I promise I don't need this little check. Promise I don't. I'm a full-time student. I'm a mom of 5. I did not need to do none of this. The years that I have put in behind my brand are out of love because I want to see my people be better and do better. And I don't want people to go through the shit that I went through at my lowest. That is where the money plug came from. I didn't get into this for a fucking check. I could have got a 9 to 5 a long fucking time ago. I've had several 9 to 5s since being the money plug. The money plug means a lot to me because of how much love I put into this. That is why I'm passionate about everything that I do. This Dave Ramsey stuff, I'm the most passionate about because I'm passionate about cultural inclusivity and financial education. There's so much nuance that needs to be had when we're talking about money because every culture experiences money differently. For example, if you are Muslim, right, debt is not haram. Debt is not haram. So it's like that's against what you believe in, right? And in America, unfortunately, how our economy works, you have to go into debt in order to reach certain financial goals. How do I say that? There's no other way to say it. In order to get a credit score, right, you have to show them that you are capable of paying bills that could become debt or debt. In America, that's what you have to do. So how do you navigate that if you're Muslim and debt goes against everything that you believe in? When you are Black, as much as a lot of people don't want to talk about it, systemic oppression exists, right? In every aspect of America, systemic oppression exists, especially when it comes to financial literacy, financial access, all of that, right? Dave Ramsey's book, I have read all of them. I have read Dave Ramsey, I have read Suze Orman, I've read Robert Kiyosaki, I've read all of these books. My biggest gripe with these books is that they do not acknowledge some of the unique experiences we have as a community. These books were not made with us in mind because they don't acknowledge a lot of the things that prevent us from achieving this generational wealth, like the mistrust that we have in the financial system. There's so many people who don't have bank accounts and will never get bank accounts because they just don't trust it. How can they trust a system that was never designed for their success? They don't talk. He talks about, just get another job. Sir, childcare is very literally the cost of in-state college tuition. How the fuck am I supposed to get another job and I can't even afford to pay for the daycare that I got to get for my first job? Let's talk about Dave Ramsey's book. It's excellent. It's a very great book. Did you ever hear me say it was a bad book? Do me a favor, shut the fuck up and listen. Y'all come on these videos, y'all make these think pieces and y'all leave these comments because you just want to hear yourself talk. You never heard me say that Dave Ramsey's book was bad. Have you ever heard me say that? No. What I said was that the book is not curated for Black people, and I stand on that. 10 toes. Fight me. Because it's not. And there's nothing wrong with that. What y'all fail to realize, right? In marketing, there's something called a target audience. You can't help everybody. And if that's a common thing, if you're an entrepreneur, you know this. Trying to help everybody means you don't help anybody. We were not their target audience when they made this. But you know what we were their target audience with? The reason why Dave Ramsey is so popular in so many communities is because he had a very good marketing team. And they went to churches and they went to low-income communities who had no really sphere of reference when it came to this shit. And they was like, we'll donate this to you. Just read it. And they donated to the churches. And you know, one thing about Black people, if pastor said this is a good book, I'm going to read it because my pastor said it's a good book. If pastor tell me to do all these steps and da-da-da-da-da, you get what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like he did not give these books to our community because inherently he knew they would help the community. Yeah, it'll help a couple people. But again, these books do not acknowledge a lot of the things that are a part uniquely of the Black impoverished experience. The Black not generational wealth having experience, for those of y'all who hate talking about poverty. There's nothing wrong with that. It's called a target audience. But all y'all heard was his advice isn't for Black people, and y'all, it works. That's all to it, but go off. It don't. His advice does not work for everybody, and you don't have to believe me. The Wall Street Journal did a story talking about, and there were different women from different cultures, different professional levels, all of that, who talked about why Dave Ramsey's advice was not curated for minorities. Why women feel left out of the conversation a lot. I am not the only person who disagree with this shit. It's not like I'm pulling this opinion out of my ass. Do you see what I'm saying? I am very literally in the field. So I see firsthand people who have gone through the total money makeover several times, and it's just not clicking, Steven. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because it's not for us. I'm not just making this shit up, sis. He makes Black people think they can do the things he says, but it doesn't address our specific issues. Exactly. Exactly. And then y'all sitting here gaslighting me and trying to make it seem like I'm just making this shit up. Y'all sit here and y'all disrespect me in these comments of these videos, saying I don't know shit, I ain't about shit, and y'all don't even fucking know me. Because if you would have you can very literally Google Markia Brown, the money plug. Markia Brown, AFC. You can very literally Google me and see all the work that I have done in this community and others. You Google these niggas and all you see is they weird ass videos. Like, come on now. It's not my experience, babe. It's not my experience, okay? It's very literally proven statistically. I hate that, like, you and me, Lee. You and me. Ain't that your name, your boy Lee? You and me, Lee. Who's the financial professional? Oh, all right. Girl, don't even bring up Robert Kiyosaki, because as much as Black men love clinging to his book, what's it called? What's that book he got? Rich Dad, Poor Dad. As much as Black men love putting that in their bio that they read it, which I fail to realize is he lied in that book. And it came out, and they did news stories and all that shit, but he lied in that book. He made all that shit up. Y'all be holding on to these fucking people. Y'all be holding on to them and putting them on these pedestals, and these niggas is weirdos. These niggas is weirdos. Like, like nothing you say to me is gonna convince me that I'm wrong, because I'm not. This isn't an opinion. These are facts. I am not the only person who believes this. I am not the only person who has said this. Multiple very reputable publications have come out and said and acknowledged these things. Y'all not about to play in my face like I just made this shit up and I'm the only Black woman in the world who disagree with Dave Ramsey. Y'all not about to keep using me as a scapegoat to further y'all little bullshit ass points, because y'all can have a conversation without bringing me into it. I had nothing to do with your little whack ass channel. I had nothing to do with your whack ass opinion. But you could have very literally left me alone. And the wild part about this, it is only Black men doing this to me. It's only Black men doing this to me. I've had so many white women. If you go to that video that they're talking about on my TikTok, if you feel bothered enough to scroll back 3 years ago and read the comments on that video, you'll see there are a lot of people who actually agree with me. Quite a few. Quite a few. So what you gonna say about them? Anyway, let's get back to the video. And they can never even address your actual talking points to discredit you. Exactly. Exactly. Don't that sound like he? Never mind. I'm not going to say that because that's going to get my video taken down. Okay, here's another thing. People can have godly brands and still be wrong. What? Yes, people can still talk and preach about the Lord and being a Christian and navigating their money as a Christian and doing and still be wrong. And still be fucking wrong. People don't have to agree. People agreeing with me is not what makes me right, Alicia. People agreeing with me is not what makes me right. The facts make me right. Do you not know how truth works? Just saying. Because there's a lot of motherfuckers that agree with them, these incels in these videos. That don't mean they're right. Just because they feel so strongly about their opinion that they have to. Yeah, I'm on live on TikTok too. I'm live on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and Facebook. But just because a bunch of people are agreeing with these niggas don't mean they right either. You thought you ate with that one. How do you help people with their finances? Well, right now, I've been doing workshops on financial resilience. So teaching people, what you mean? Hold up. There we go. No, I don't. So that's, well, first of all, Michaela, I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. For those of you who do not know me, I am an accredited financial counselor, which is a FINRA designation, right? So that's a real thing. I'm also a certified financial education instructor. I'm a certified credit repair specialist and a certified credit score consultant. I no longer do done for you credit repair services because I do not fucking have time for that because I'm a full-time econ major, right? I also got 5 kids. I don't got fucking time for that, right? But what I do is I post content on here to not only help you become financially empowered, but I answer all of y'all credit questions for free. I just had a couple videos do pretty well talking about evictions, right? And talking about the impact that evictions have on people and their ability to find housing and how to dispute evictions the right way in order to get them to vacate your judgments and stuff like that. My platform is very literally dedicated to the education and empowerment of anybody who will watch my fucking videos. But since becoming an AFC, I've given speeches. I spoke with the National Credit Union Administration at their DEI and Access Summit. I've done stuff with the FDIC. I've done stuff with the National Endowment for Financial Education. Right? Like I do workshops. I go to colleges and speak. I talk at churches. I go to schools. I am very literally in the fucking streets, not sitting behind a fucking microphone with my receding hairline trying to convince you niggas to sign up and do credit repair. This is what I mean. Everybody keeps asking me when I cut my hair. I cut my hair in August. That's how much of my business I've been minding because people don't even realize I cut my hair off. Thank you. But make me a mod. How I do that? Hold on. I can't make you a mod. I don't know how to do that. Y'all know I don't really be on TikTok because they won't. Let me see. I can't do it. I don't know how to do it. You can't, Jay. I don't be on TikTok like that no more. I'm mainly active on Instagram now. Simply because there's a lot of fake pages that kept popping up and asking people for money, and I didn't want nothing to do with that. And they wouldn't give me the check. Oh, all right. He said she got it. All right, let's go back to the video. As a result of it, he's been rewarded handsomely. Dave Ramsey did not inspire Anthony O'Neill to make a video about this. Anthony O'Neill just decided to make a video about this. And you know what was so weird about the Anthony O'Neill video? I met Anthony O'Neill in 2022 at FinCon. And we talk. My name on Instagram is THEE Money Plug. I met Anthony O'Neill at FinCon in 2022, and we actually talked for like probably like a couple minutes, nothing like lengthy. We didn't have like a fucking dissertation. But we had a conversation about this because my Dave Ramsey video came out before FinCon. And I had a conversation about it and about like why I feel this way and how they took my account down. So maybe I shouldn't talk about my blackness and my black experience. And I shouldn't be bringing up race and money and things like that. And that man looked me in my fucking face and said, your voice matters in this conversation. Your opinion matters in this conversation because your opinion is backed up by facts. Anthony O'Neill looked me in my fucking face and said that to me. And then a year later made a video talking shit about that same fucking video. Like, make fucking sense. That was when I first realized you niggas was my biggest fucking ops. My biggest fucking ops. And he said, I remember seeing him there. Like, that was one of the reasons why I took that shit personally. I just think it's so crazy. So one thing I will say that Anthony O'Neill did not put my video, he didn't put my face in his video, which I actually can respect that. That's the only part of that video that I can respect. But that he did not put my face in that video. For the simple fact that, you get what I'm saying? Like, that the video wasn't supposed to be about me. His video was supposed to be about him and why he no longer is standing next to Dave Ramsey in these videos and the work that he's doing now. Anton Daniels, however, splashed my fucking face on everything. Took my picture off Instagram, y'all. Took the background out, put it up as like a part of his fucking overlay. Like, that's how I know these niggas just in it for clout. Y'all just doing this for clicks and likes and shit like that. None of y'all give a fuck about empowering the community, because if you did, you would not spend your time belittling, berating, and demeaning a black woman for having the same thing you got, a fucking opinion. So the video that they're playing right now, the video that we're playing right now, this is a part 2 to the video that got my TikTok taken down, right? The very first video was like, what's a hill that you'll die on 1,000%? And I said, Dave Ramsey's advice is not for Black people. And then I talk about the impoverished experience specifically, not saying that all, and it was crazy because everybody was like, so you saying all Black people broke? Bye, because you motherfuckers get on TikTok and act like you have never heard statements like that before. Like, so this video is me elaborating on a point that was made in that first video. And is, if you don't believe me, you can check the resume, boo. You can go right to the Credit Consultants Association. And then somebody actually commented 2 days ago on that video and said that there's no such, like, no government agency oversees credit repair specialists. So how can you call yourself board certified? That was the comment that was left. And I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this, right? With a napkin in between. A government agency is not required to oversee anything in order to have a board or to be considered a board certified anything. Government agencies are not required. So I'm gonna go ahead and make you eat that, because I was absolutely a board certified credit repair specialist and credit score consultant, and I still am. I keep my certifications current. And that is true. I work with those people specifically because they need my help the most. They cannot afford things like financial advisors or CFPs and all these other things. So I do what I can at my level to get them to a place where they can then move on to the next person to get them to the next level. Right? That's just clarifying some things. Fact. Fact. That is also a fucking fact. And we should have stopped the conversation right there. There is nothing wrong with saying, I don't know this woman, I've never met this woman, and I don't know nothing about her. So I am not going to comment on someone I know nothing about. No, you took your ashy ass lips, got close to that microphone, and decided to spill your fucking guts about a woman you knew nothing about a concept you know nothing about. You are just a nigga with a microphone. I am very literally in these streets, sir. You're not even out here doing the work. So how dare you come after me and the work that I'm doing? But let's continue. If you don't know what that is, that don't mean it's not real. Like, I don't understand what's so hard to grasp about that fucking concept. Just because you never fucking heard of it in your tiny circle, you're not a worldly man like you try to portray yourself to be. Just because you are a local motherfucker don't mean other stuff exists. Like, I don't know what's so hard to grasp about that. But that statement that he made, I had never heard this before. Do you know what that does to the men in his audience? That validates, that adds a stamp to, oh, she's not trustworthy because he's never heard of her. And if he's never heard of her, I ain't never heard of her. And if I ain't never heard of her, she is a nobody. All because you've never heard of my title and was not bothered to do the research. This is what I mean when I say Black men be my biggest fucking ops, yo. Now, this is the guy who posted the video 2 days ago, the real deep voice. That's the guy who posted this video 2 days ago. That's why this conversation is coming up. So let's stop right there. Credit repair has always been popular. I'm going to go ahead and stop you right there. In 2014, I was going through a divorce, and I was transitioning out of the military. That is where the money plug started for me. as my own personal experience. I paid for a credit repair specialist in 2014. It wasn't 2020. I'm live on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok and Facebook. Hey, Nia girl. So yeah, when I started when I started posting these videos and stuff on TikTok, I did not have any certifications outside of I'm just sharing like what worked for me, right? And then when the Credit Consultants Association reached out and was like, yo, we think you could benefit from our program. This was after I had completed, I don't know if y'all know Shonda Martin. She used to have a course called the Creditversity. She was the leader of the Road to 750 Facebook group. And and I took her class, started taking clients and stuff. And then the Credit Consultants Association reached out and was like, yo, I think this would be a good idea for you. You should look into this certification program, because they offered additional certifications outside of just credit repair specialists. So I took all of them. And I don't want to throw no names out here, but I actually did it with multiple people. There were multiple people who got these certifications. So I was a board certified credit repair specialist, a certified credit score consultant. I was certified in the FDCPA and the FCRA. Those are my very first certifications outside of like the Creditversity certificate that I got. It's a real thing. It's not something that I made up. It's an organization, just like there are other organizations that provide, yes, girl, the Credit Cousins, just like any other organization that provides a certification for teaching you something. What everybody is failing to acknowledge in this, right? There's something that exists called the Credit Repair Organizations Act. Nothing that I have ever done, nothing that I have ever said violated that act. So not only was my business name legit, not only was my business legit, but all of my certifications was up to code. Like I didn't violate nothing. So let's get into that. And it's crazy because this nigga's a credit repair specialist. The man that's talking, remember in the beginning, he was talking about his credit repair services and I bust out laughing. It's not a janky ass system. It's actually very informational for any of you who are considering on becoming professionals. I highly suggest, if you don't have money for like these big programs, look into the Credit Consultants Association. It's CCA. Okay? Look into it. So nobody convinced me that I needed these certifications. Let's also be very clear about that. Nobody ever convinced me that I needed any of these certifications, because I don't need a piece of paper to validate my experience and the fact that I've helped people, right? I myself personally chose to pursue these certifications on my journey to being everything that these people need, right? That was a stepping stone for me, right? Nobody convinced me that I needed this in order to do credit. I was doing credit before I had my certification. There was a period in time when I did let my certification lapse and I was still helping people. Like, the certification is not what gives me that stamp that says I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And that's what gives me the right to have these conversations. The fact. That's like basically it. That test is not common sense. Please go to hell. Now, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I passed it the first time. Not gonna lie. But there are a lot of people who did not. A lot of people who did not. That's not, hey y'all, I didn't know y'all didn't know what happened. So what happened was, this man 2 days ago decided to do a whole 39-minute think piece on why what I said about Dave Ramsey 3 fucking years ago is bullshit, and why I'm bullshit, and all his little incel friends are pretty much talking about me. But yeah, so Yukon J. So I don't know if y'all know your financial best friend. She's somebody that I met before we even was doing anything having to do with finances. I knew her from a veterans group, and every so often, like, you know, we would just comment on people's problems. People would comment about financial problems that they was having in the Facebook group, and like, it's her group, and like every here and there we would post comments and stuff like that. And as we started to grow in our business, we both at separate times in our professional career decided to take this certification, and she failed it the first time. It is not a common sense fucking test. It's not. So for you to try to sit there, and I don't understand what belittling my certification does for you. How does that add any more validity to anything you're about to talk about? Because now you just look like a fucking hater to me. You really genuinely look like a fucking hater. That like belittling my certification and making it seem like it's just a piece of paper and it's not that big of a deal. Like, come on now. It's to help their ego. You're right. You're right. But since we're talking about certifications, since becoming a board certified credit repair specialist all those years ago, I have more certifications. I hold a FINRA designation. Y'all know what that is? If you look up an accredited financial counselor, that is a FINRA designation. I got it through the AFCPE. Shout out to y'all. Y'all know I love the AFCPE down. And it comes with things like all of these certifications, including that one, comes with things like a code of ethics, which means I have to behave a certain way with my clients. I have to behave a certain way online. I am held to a legal standard, right? Like, I can get in trouble for the shit that I do if it's not legit. I can get in trouble for the things that I say if I'm promoting fraudulent behavior. That's what these certifications do. You have to meet certain standards to keep these certifications. And I have several. So, like, if anything, you just added more authenticity to my brand. Because in order to have any of these certifications, I have to meet a certain standard. And I've met it consistently over these years. Exceeded it consistently over these years. But let's go on. You must have struck a chord years ago that people still pulling that clip. No, for real. Oh my God. Hey, Kamari. I haven't seen you in forever. It was not an easy exam to go ahead and fly through. We've talked about that. There are no prerequisites to take the exam. You just got to take the exam and pass it. Oh, hi, Frederick J. Woodfin, we're going over your video if you want to watch it because you didn't include me in your video. So why would I include you in mine? Also, for those of y'all on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, the guy who video this is on my TikTok. My biggest op is self-care. My biggest op is your big back ass mama. I don't know why y'all keep playing with me. So instead of taking a look at it from your point of view, they'd rather gaslight you. Yeah, pretty much. You know what's crazy? I never got mine in the mail. I never got my certificate in the mail now that I think about it. And I paid for that shit. I'm not interested in a dialogue, sir. You and your dialogue can kiss my ass. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, and that's just from me to you. Because you were not interested in a dialogue before you got on YouTube in front of 19,000 people and counting and attacked me. I am not the only person who believes these things about Dave Ramsey, but y'all obsession like with me is ridiculous. But let's continue. If you didn't need it, that is perfectly fine. I did not need it either. I chose to pursue this certification. I didn't need it. I was Markia the money plug before the certification. I'll be Markia the money plug without the certification. It was not a necessity. I chose to do this. But let's continue. You ain't tell the truth about shit. You got on the internet and posted your opinion. So, baby, do me a favor. The idea that I have to sit here and have a dialogue with somebody who attacked my character in a very public way on a very public platform because they asked for one all of a sudden is ridiculous. Why are y'all so obsessed with the government? Nobody ever said that the CCA was tied to the government. I need you to go ahead and do me a favor. Before you start doing these research videos in the future, since you're here, right? Since we all got opinions, I need you to start doing a little bit more research. Board certified does not mean government agencies overlook this organization. I said the same thing about you as I said about me. You may say, I'm not, okay, I'm not arguing with you, sir. Like I said, he's clip farming. I'm not reading it. So the website he is referring to, the Credit Consultants Association, has a directory. They have a directory of people who are members of the organization and their rating. That's what he's referencing. I mean, it's a directory. Like, it's a directory of people who joined the organization. I don't know what you were looking to get out of that point. So here's the thing. I don't know what your obsession with the government is. The CCA is not an overseer on government compliance. They are an organization that provided, okay, you tried, have a good day. They are an organization who provided the access to the training and the resources that enabled me to pass the certification program. However, since we're talking about the government, the Credit Repair Organizations Act is the law that sits there and governs how credit repair organizations act, what is defined as a credit repair organization, kind of the things we can and can't do, and your rights and kind of responsibilities as a client of someone who uses credit repair services. So let's continue. So you're getting into different industries and different certifications. The different industries have different certifications for different reasons. There are like the Series 66 and stuff like that for people who do investments. People who have insurance have different certifications. And sir, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. I am an accredited financial counselor. That's a FINRA designation. That's not an easy test to pass either. And it's a proctored exam. So I don't know what you was trying to say here. You are comparing apples and oranges when you're talking about things like contractors and stuff that's got to register with the state and credit repair. Those are two very different industries. There are two very different requirements. You cannot compare these two things, especially because the financial services industries, there are so many different certifications that exist and titles that people have. So it's really like, you can't sit here and try to make it seem like, I don't know, she's really go off then, okay? Like, you ain't got nothing. This is what I mean when I say this nigga ain't got nothing else to do. Anyway, but like, you're comparing apples to oranges when you're comparing the insurance community and the investment community and contractors who have to register with, no, don't block them. Don't block them. Don't block them. I want him to see this. I want him to see this. I want him to see this and do better for the next person that he talks about in his videos, right? I'm not bringing you on. You ain't bringing me on your platform, sir. You can kiss the blackest part of my ass. This wasn't a conversation for us to have. This was me talking about your video, talking about me. So you can sit there in the audience like I had to watching your little bullshit ass video. Next slide. So side note, let's talk about business for a second, right? I live in the state of California. I had to switch my business to the state of California recently. And when my business started operating in the state of California, there's a lot of things you got to do. Like, I had to register with the city, well, my county. Then I had to register with the state. And then because I own the trademark for my company, my business is known federally as well. So, like, I don't get the point you making ain't pointing, right? Like, it's a dull point. The board certified credit repair specialist certification does not tie into a government agency because it's a private organization that issues the certification. However, my business is compliant with the Credit Repair Organizations Act and a lot of the FTC and FCC laws that have come out since, because again, I am a content creator. So all of those laws I'm held to, not to mention the code of ethics that comes with each and every one of my certifications. I uphold all of those as well. So no, the Credit Consultants Association does not make sure that I'm running my business properly, but all of these other organizations do. All this because I say that us being board certified, you can't even spell, sir, please kiss my ass. You don't even know the difference between board and board. Please get the hell out of my face. It's not about it not meaning much. It don't mean much to you, sir. You are not the fucking Lorax. You don't speak for all the niggas. It don't mean nothing to you because you don't have it. You didn't earn it. That's why it means nothing to you. But my work, the things that I do, the field that I'm in, it matters. It matters. That little piece of paper have made people comfortable enough to come have a conversation with me. I've changed lives. with that certification. So no, you do not get to go on the internet and talk shit about it and diminish it and demean it and make it seem as though that certification is just a piece of paper. That certification made people comfortable enough to come to me and change their lives. It meant something to them. You're not in it to empower the community. You want it for a check. So do me a favor, sit there and get your check. It don't mean anything to you, boo. Never. Not never. That's another ad we got going on. I'm not interested in an apology if you want me to be honest. I'm not interested in a dialogue. I'm not interested in him clearing shit up because all of those things should have been done before he got on the internet like that. All of those, like, let me tell y'all something. I am the easiest person to get in contact with. How many times on a video y'all seen people drop a comment? How many times have y'all seen me say email me? Do you know how many emails I get in a day from people who need help? And do you know that I spend my time going through every single one of these emails that make it out the spam? I go through my DMs. I respond to comments. I've sent people voice messages. Ask T. The T that y'all see in the comments, my moderator, she was somebody who started following me on TikTok, then started leaving comments, and then started DMing me. Do y'all know me and this girl text every Friday now? Like, I'm the easiest person to get in contact with. Like, he said, where are these comments coming from? I'm nosy. On TikTok, go over to TikTok. Like, like I'm the easiest person to get in contact with. So that man could have reached out to me to have a conversation on his little podcast, and he didn't. He didn't. So you are not entitled to have a dialogue here. This ain't your space. This ain't your hood. It's Grove Street. Sorry, I'm dead. Sorry, you got no weight here. You can sit in the comments like everybody else. Anyway, and you know what? I like that. I don't like Anton, but I will say that I can respect that he like, look, I don't know that shit. And it could be I just don't know, but I ain't never heard of it. We have the same last name in my mind, you my cousin. Listen, I call everybody cousin. Hey cousin. Hey cousin. Or now you're dragging it, Anton. You're fucking dragging it. And at the time of his video coming out, I also was in AFC. It's literally like you can very literally Google me, y'all. And that's not me being facetious. That's not me being cocky. You can very literally look up Markia Brown, AFC, Markia Brown, the money plug, and you can see me out in these streets. So he could have looked me up to see what that meant. What work have I done? What qualifies me to be making the statements that I'm making? And neither one of these black men did that. All right, I'm about to. No. Blah blah blah. Skipping that too. I'm skipping through. Okay. So he starts breaking down the credit score factors and like what goes into your credit score being calculated. So I'm gonna skip past that because that's not what we're here for. I'm not about to argue with you about that. That's all stuff that you can look up. So I am going to assume because he said he's been doing credit for 12 years that he actually gave y'all some viable information on that part of the little podcast. But let's skip that part. I'm here to be a hater, so we skipping that part. He talk like he don't know what the fuck he talking about. They talking specifically talking shit about me. He's talking like he don't know what the fuck he's talking about. And I know if you know. I never said they don't go in the suburbs. What I said, but I said what I said. You knew what I said. I do know that, dumbass. I'm literally in the streets. But you heard what I said. I said most of my clients come from this community. And this community is impacted by these things that you don't typically see in the suburbs because you don't. I'm gonna be real with you. You don't see the payday Linden structure as it is in the Black community, in the rural community, because that business model would not survive out there. They have a different business model. I'm not like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you can't go to the suburbs and I promise I'm not your op gang. You get what I'm saying? Like, I know I made sense in that fucking video. They just gaslighting me to try to make it seem like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop that bubble too. So what y'all don't know, right? Well, some of y'all don't know because y'all don't know me. I served in the military for almost a decade before I was medically retired. I've lived in every fucking community you can think of. I've lived on several continents, several different countries. I've been a part of a lot of different communities, guy. I got the experience. You think I don't? When you get off here, text me so I can send you some. Okay, I'm excited. So yeah, let's keep going. Oh my fucking God. Because you see it. But can I explain? And I'm gonna hold your hand with that in between when I say this, Antoine Daniels. Again, the business model is not the same in the suburbs as it is in the city, because that business model would not survive in the suburbs. These people make different money, right? They make a different amount of money. Their problems are different. So those same tactics and things like that will not work out there. It's not that check cash in places and payday loan places don't exist in the suburbs. How they exist in the city and in these urban areas does not exist in the suburbs. Thank you. I've been enjoying my retirement, by the way. I want to be friends with y'all. Y'all pretty and talk money. Oh, girl, come on. Come on over to the dark side. We love it over here. Nobody ever said that. Nobody ever said that. Nobody ever said that if you live in the suburbs, you are not in debt. Yeah, he's being, oh my God, congratulations. Oh, I just ordered my little retiree hat for Veterans Day because you know I'm gonna go get my food. So yeah, if you want to know where I got mine, it's cute. It's just white and it says United States Army retire. I need to retire. Girl, don't rush it. Don't rush it because then you get bored quick. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not getting suburbs confused with affluent communities. Those are two different things. Two different things. Oh, you talking military. I'm screaming. Right, him. I have been everywhere, assuming she hasn't. Stop playing with me. But no, I did not confuse suburbs with affluent communities. Affluent communities don't have these financial problems. So why would I be talking about them right here? I'm talking about urban, impoverished communities. I was very intentional about that. What the fuck did that got to do with anything? I will agree with that. And that's something that I've talked about several fucking times. But everything that I said is still valid. No, for real. There's a lot of suburbs. I'm not talking about suburban, nothing. Because I don't give a fuck about, like, I was very intentional in this particular video about the demographic that I was talking about and that I serviced. I don't even know why we're having a discussion about the suburbia versus what? I don't know why we're having this conversation about suburbia versus affluent communities. Like, this was not that. This was never that. Okay. What the fuck do welfare got to do with any of this anymore? I never brought it up. All right, I'm not even about to watch the rest of this video, y'all. I'm gonna be real with y'all because they going off script. They not talking about the stuff that I'm talking about. They're not addressing the stuff that I brought up in the video. Like you're purposefully bringing up other shit into your tangent to try to make your point seem more valid, to try to make it seem like you know more of what you talking about than I do of what I'm talking about. At the end of the day, black men is and always will be my biggest ops because y'all hate to see a vocal, passionate black woman who not in it for the money. I'm in it for the plot. I'm in it because I love getting emails from people saying, I just bought my first house and I never would have did it if I never would have came across your content. I do this because there are little black girls and little black boys who are from communities that I'm from, Baltimore, West Baltimore, born and raised, people who do not have access to the tools and things that I've had access to over the years. You just realized that this video had nothing to do with the money plug after realizing that this video was a reaction. It had something to do with me. Let me tell you something, Frederick, and I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. Your intention about this video does not matter. Intent and impact are two very different things. You can control your intention. You cannot control the impact that your intent had. Do you see what I'm saying? So while you may not have intended to make that video about me, you took a video that was about me to do a reaction to, and then disrespected my certification that I earned. At the end of the day, I earned that certification. I don't give a fuck how important it is to you. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you agree with him or not, Russo. I don't even know you. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you took a video where this man very clearly, very blatantly disrespected me and my platform. And then you did the exact same thing. You platformed the man who was doing that to me. Do you see what I'm saying? So I have every right to do whatever the fuck I want to do with that because your intent did not match your impact. You thought that you were going to go into this educating the community and doing the right thing and da 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 da. You get what I'm saying? That's not what happened. That's not what happened. And then you come on here and ask me for a dialogue that you did not give me the option to accept or decline before posting that video. You just went right in and made me your scapegoat because you know what has happened since your video came out? I've gotten so many disparaging comments from other black men. I can only say that because I don't know who these people are. I can only go based off of the comments that they're leaving on my content. I'm not interested in a dialogue now. I do not have to be interested in a dialogue now. The disrespect is already done. I'm not interested in hearing anything else about it from him. He said everything he had to say in that video. The fact that he even platformed him was disrespectful. How can we listen, help, support, and do better? Honestly, let's just not do that. If he felt some kind of way about anything that I said, he could have made a video without including me in his. He could have made whatever points he needed to make without bringing me up in his conversation. But to use me and a video talking about me and a point that I made that was very valid, that is rooted in facts, to make some little whack ass point on your weird ass social media platform. You're like, let's just not do that. If you want to listen, help, support, and do better, then tell your homeboys to be better men. Encourage people to actually have conversations before you go making blanket statements about them on your platform. How about he could have reached out to me or even just done a little bit of a piece of research would have proven that everything that I said in my video was accurate. Everything that I said in my video was a valid point. My certification is valid and earned, and it wasn't necessary, but I did it to make people more comfortable with reaching out to me because people, like he said, right? Credit repair became a big thing during the pandemic. You got a lot of people talking a lot of shit. That certification made it so that people were comfortable enough to come to me with their issues and lay them at my feet so that I can teach them a better way, right? So that I can help them get to their better life and achieve the things that they've set out to do for themselves. But he got on there and he disrespected it. Who is Asma? I don't even know who the fuck that is. What all does your financial counselor help with? Budgeting, investing, insurance. I do not have a Series 66 or 67. We're not going to be friends. You can kiss my ass, sir. my financial counseling. So right now I'm not taking any one-on-ones. I haven't made the announcement yet, but there's a reason for why I'm not. But it's actually a really big announcement. Let me just say, I can't even say it. I want to say it so bad. But I'm not going to say it yet. All I'm going to say is follow me on LinkedIn because there is a big announcement coming soon. But for why I'm not taking one-on-one clients. But right now, what I'm doing is I've been going around to groups that work with recently released felons who are reacclimating to society financially. I've also doing work with like churches, youth groups, PTAs and stuff like that. And I'm doing workshops and classes and stuff like that on financial resiliency, right? Because the whole thing that I'm noticing over the years that I've done this is that everybody has all the information. We all know all the numbers. We know what our credit score is. We know how much money we're bringing in. We know how much money is going out, but we don't know what none of that information means. And it's about taking that information and turning it into insight. Now, what does this information say about your spending habits? What is this information saying about your saving habits? And how can we take this information and develop a strategy that is going to then propel you to the places that you're trying to be, right? I'm done. Let me say it like this. I stopped doing credit repair because I felt like I was putting Band-Aids on bullet holes, right? People was coming to me after they had already fucked their lives up and then expecting me to fix it. They didn't want to learn anything. They weren't interested in changing any of the habits and stuff that got them to that point. Sir, I'm not interested in your phone number. I don't care how much we got in common. We're not enemies because we're not on the same level. You got to be on my level to be considered like an enemy. You're a hater. And I cannot be friends with you because you disrespected the shit out of me by posting that video without even having a conversation with me first. So eat my ass. But anyway, damn, you didn't figure what I was about to say. Oh, I stopped doing credit repair because I just felt like I was coming in too late, right? I felt like I was hurting my people more than I was helping my people. And I know that's so weird to say because credit repair helped so many, but it helped them when it was too late. And that was what pushed me to pursue that's what encouraged me to kind of go deeper with this shit and get more certifications. Like I told y'all, I'm in school full time right now, working on my economics degree because I want to work in economic policy. I want to be a part of the lawmaking process so that I can help pass legislation that will actually protect people's pockets, right? I want to be a part of the difference, right? I want to do that. That's what I'm interested in. And so with credit repair, I just felt like I was just coming in too late. And so with financial counseling and just teaching and talking and stuff like that, what I've done was instead of coming in at the end of the problem, I come in before you even know that you have a problem, right? You might just be a little bit uncomfortable. And then I come in through your job or whatever organization and I introduce the problems you have and solutions to fix them. We talk about because money isn't just about money, right? I know that sounds really weird, but money isn't just about the cash. It's about the emotions that's tied to the financial decisions you're making. It's about the emotions that's tied to all of these things. So that's what I do with financial counseling. I take all the information that you have and I give you insight, right? I help you develop those insights that will help create strategies to get you to where you need to be. I'm honestly, you know what? And for those of y'all who can't see the comments, I know some of y'all on YouTube, on Instagram or whatever. So the guy who made the video and posted the video is reaching out to me on TikTok in the comments talking about, oh, I sent you my number. We finna be friends. We're not finna be shit, sir. You can kiss the blackest part of my ass. If you was on fire, I wouldn't piss on you. Oh my God, girl. I'm gonna call you when I get off the phone. When I get off of this. But you weren't interested in a dialogue before doing all this stuff about me. You talked about me as if you did your research on me when you've never looked me up. Because if you did, you would have known this was not a good idea. If you did, you would have known like, nah, she's actually out here doing the work. She's actually out here being the change. Literally, I gave a presentation to the AFCPE, which is the organization who I earned my certification for becoming a financial counselor. I gave a presentation in February about cultural inclusivity in personal finance, which stemmed from the Dave Ramsey conversation. It was a direct result of that whole interaction when I first posted that video, and teaching financial service providers how to ensure that their intention matches their impact. Because if you're just promising to teach people about generational wealth and you're promising all these things to the Black community because you have the best intention, but your programs ain't doing it. You get what I'm saying? He here because I want him to see this. I want him to see this video. I want him to see the things that I've said, and I want him to continue to see the success that I have. And I want him to know that he missed out. He had the opportunity to connect with me and really do some great things and really work on some amazing projects together. Probably we really could have had a really good dialogue, and now I'm no longer interested in any of that shit. In all honesty, he can kiss my ass. I don't give a fuck if you was okay with me being upset or not, sir. I was upset before you got on here. I'm probably gonna be calm after I get off though. But I was upset before you got on here, and I didn't give a shit whether you saw it or not. You ain't give a shit if I saw your video or not. So twins. But shout out to Tony for putting me onto the video. And it's so funny because it's just so funny to me because, like I said, it's only Black men who do this to me. There's only Black men who sit here and have these opinions and post these fucking think pieces about me. White people, do you know how many white people have reached out to me in my DMs and my emails and stuff after this to talk about it, to have a conversation and to make sure that they are doing the things to make the impact that they intend to make? Do you know how many other cultures have reached out to me and said, yo, that's so valid. That's not just the Black community because X, Y, Z. No, Black men just hate to see me shine. Well, I don't know what it is about me, but y'all hate to see a bitch shining. I don't know. I hope that I had to start y'all Monday morning off with this. And if you learn nothing else from this live, I want you to hear me and hear me clearly. Stop letting people have y'all fucked up. I sure the fuck did start my Monday morning off cussing people out. I sure the fuck did. You know why? You know why? Because I have worked entirely too hard for too long to allow people who don't know me, don't know the work I do, and did not take a second to even get to know me and the work that I do before they started belittling and berating me on the internet. I'm so tired of people having me fucked up on these platforms, and then I'm just expected to eat that. I'm so tired of people thinking that they can just, I don't know, like they can just diminish all the things that I've accomplished for the community, all the things that I've given to the community. I'm just tired of it, and we will no longer be accepting it. So this Monday, this video will serve as a warning. I have been very quiet. I've been very quiet on TikTok. Mainly because y'all told me I was a bully. Y'all told me that my award-winning content that I made, y'all told me that I was just being a hater. I was not interested in the empowerment of anything. I was just putting people down by correcting y'all and putting y'all in y'all place every time y'all tried to step to me. So I stepped back. I let y'all had a good year run of saying whatever the fuck y'all wanted to say. That's dead. That's dead. This serves as a warning. This serves as a warning. Get your check and go. Get your check and go. Do not include me in your weird ass discourse. Do not bring me up in your fucking videos. Like, they're not used to my delivery because this don't pay my bills. The difference between me and a lot of these other platforms is that Uncle Sam still pay my bills. I am not beholden to a platform. I do not have to shuck and jive on the internet to get a couple dollars to feed my kids. My kids gonna eat regardless. So I can say what I want on these platforms. I can do what I want on these platforms. And guess what? My bill's still gonna get paid. My kids still gonna eat. And that is the difference between me and them. I wasn't in this for the money. I was never in this for the money. I'm gonna make money while I'm doing it, but I was never in this for the money. I did this because I wanted to be the difference. And I cannot fucking wait. So every single one of you loudmouth motherfuckers, I can't say what I want to say because I don't want my video to get taken down. But I cannot wait until this announcement come out. Y'all need to follow me on LinkedIn. If you don't follow me, if you want to connect on LinkedIn, I would love to connect with you. Send me a connection and a message. Like, I genuinely want to be a part of the change for our people. And it just disgusts me that black men are my biggest ops, bro. Like, I don't know what I did to y'all. Y'all think, you know what? Is it because y'all think I'm gay? Is that what it is? Y'all think I want to be a man or something? Huh? Is that what it is? Y'all, am I giving too much? Is that what it's giving? It's too aggressive? Huh? You threatened? You need to be threatened by them fucking hairlines y'all hiding under them hats. That's what the fuck you need to be threatened by. Not little old me. Not little old me that mind her fucking business. For whatever reason, like I said, this stands as a warning. This stands as a warning. No longer are you allowed to use my name on your platforms without my consent, without a discussion, without any of that bullshit, and not expect a response. Those days are over. I tried to keep the peace. I tried to be fucking nice to y'all and let y'all just make y'all little checks and go on about y'all business. That's dead now. So if anybody need me, y'all know where to find me. Y'all have a great day, and don't y'all let nobody fucking play with y'all. Cuss them out. Cuss people out exactly where they had you fucked up at. Otherwise, you let them skate. You let them slide, they gonna ice skate. All right? I love y'all. Y'all know what I always say every time I get off here. Live every day like it's your last, but pay your bills or wear condoms just in case it's not. You can visit my website at www.themoneyplug.co. Follow me on Instagram because I'm more active on Instagram than I am on TikTok, unfortunately. At THEE Money Plug. Your work speaks for itself. It's sad that these Black men are not reaching out to connect with sisters to learn or teach. All they had to do was research. Exactly. But you know what? One thing I will say before I get off of here, I do have to give certain Black men their flowers, like Anthony, Kamari, who was in the comments. I do have Black men in my corner who uplift me, who support me, who give me the things that I need and really refill my cup when I need it. You know, I will say that there are Black men in my life who aren't in the financial space, right? My best friends. Who believe in me, have believed in me from the beginning and support me and all of those things. There are people who silently watch me from the sidelines and root for me and stuff like that. So when I say that Black men are my biggest ops, please know that I am not talking to y'all. I am not talking to y'all. I know who's in my corner. And I also know who's a fucking op. So, no, for real. Yeah, them two in the video can kiss the blackest part of my ass. Oh, that's my godmother. Never mind. I ain't say that. But y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Monday. I laughed at the CCA and you turned it into a personal attack. Again, I'm going to teach you this, right? I'm going to teach you this. And I hope you take this as a learning lesson. You do not get to dictate my reaction to disrespect. No matter what you did, I felt disrespected. Whether that was your intention or not, I felt disrespected. However I react to that disrespect is warranted. Because you could have kept my name out your fucking mouth. I don't know you. I've never seen you. I've never heard of your platform before. You brought this on yourself. Period. I was minding my Black ass business. I genuinely do not care, sir, how you receive, how you felt during my thing. Like, I genuinely don't give a fuck because you did not give a fuck about me before you posted that video. Do you see what I'm saying? Sir, we probably could have I would have been more than welcome. You know, I would have more than welcomed the interaction with you. I would have enjoyed a dialogue. I would have loved to show you the numbers and talk about it a little deeper, but I'm not interested now. I don't know what happened, but I'm sorry you were disrespected. You know what they say about haters. Not for real. My credit was decent before I started watching your videos, but it's over 800 now. Oh, I love you too, godmother. But yeah, so I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my day. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's. And if you need me, you know where to find me. How I turn this shit off? Oh, there we go. Alrighty, and we're gonna end the stream. See y'all later.